Let me go get it now. Okay.
Seriously, I'm on coke or something today, guys.
No kidding. I told you.
Oh, we're recording now.
Yes. That will be heard by millions. All right. Can you all see it yet?
Oh, they missed the inside joke. Yes, and it's beautiful.
Cool. All right, here
Oh,
we
a
go.
little fuzzy with the numbers. Okay.
Fuzzy with the numbers. The floating controls. Okay. Here we go.
Fine. Okay. You guys ready? Let's do this. Now, I am going to share with you what I believe is the most important part of you starting in this industry, in the knowledge industry, or scaling in any part of your life or any business that you have. It's ethical persuasion, authentic persuasion. So whether you're just starting or you want to go to another level, I got notes. I don't want to mess up, miss one thing because this is how important it is. I said before, if you build it, they won't come. The only way to make this real is to sell. But again, what happens when you talk about selling? So I'd love to know in the chat right now, I could see both chats. Who in here, before I get started, who in here has a business, wants their own business, or is ready to turn their idea into something impactful and profitable? Just give me, yes, this is me. I want to scale, start, or take my idea and make it real, right? Okay. Look at all these yeses come in. Oh my God, could they come in any faster? Okay. Let me ask you something else. The yeses are still coming in, so I'm pausing a little bit. Now, when it comes to selling or marketing, selling and marketing, I know the yeses are still coming in. So I'm going to assume 95% of you are here because you want to start or scale your business or take your idea and make it real. Or you want to, obviously, hopefully most all of you want to be in the knowledge industry, right? But let me ask you this. Out of all of those yeses, which I think is probably 100% of you, and we'll make it different instead of yes. Type the word me if you have a little apprehension to selling and marketing. You're a little scared to market. You're a little afraid to ask for the money. Or heck, I'm just completely turned off to marketing. Like sales, oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to build it and hope they'll come. Right? What was it, 2 days ago? Remember I called that, oh God, I'm sorry, so forgot your name. She was building the back office stuff for accounting and things like that. I had the chance to talk with her in VIP. She built all these amazing courses. And I'm like, you don't have to do anything else. You have to sell it. She's like, oh no, right? I'm going to shift that up. Look at all the me's coming in. Oh my God. So, you know, in a moment, Jeremy and team, I'd like to pick somebody. If you are, let's have a second. If you currently have a business or have done a training or you're a coach or you've had a mastermind or you're in the knowledge industry and you've built the thing, right? Even if you never sold it, you built the course, you created your concept, right? And simultaneously, you're apprehensive to selling. In the VIP, in the regular chat, but the VIPs as well, because I think we're gonna call somebody out like here, like maybe right now. If you're in the business but afraid to sell, say that to me. Yeah, we got more. So team, can you find somebody here in a moment that I want to pick out, and I want to bring them live on here. And I want to talk to somebody who wants to impact lives, loves impacting lives. That's what I want. Someone who loves impacting lives, but also is afraid to sell. I want to talk to you. Okay. So while you pick somebody, team, you can tell this is live, right? I want to talk about the difference between science and art. There's science and art behind selling. Now, this is the part, I really want you to think about this. The part that freaks so many people out and overwhelms them, not makes you scared, kind of overwhelms, is the science side. Okay, if I go in the knowledge, okay, I know what people need from me, okay? I identified my ideal client. Okay, Tony's got me, Dean's got me fired up. I can do this. But where do I go? Do I start on Facebook? Do I get a following on Facebook? Do I do video or motivational posts? No, I think I should get an Instagram following. Yeah, that's all. But how do you start? Or maybe I should do Instagram ads. I heard TikTok's good. Man, I know TikTok's for kids now, but TikTok will be something really good for marketing. So should I start building up my following on TikTok? No, I want to make virtual YouTube videos. But then if I do, well, maybe that's really hard because there's other people that have been doing it longer. So maybe YouTube ads. How do you do YouTube ads? No, I think I'm a professional. I'm going to go on LinkedIn. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Who in here is overwhelmed by just that conversation, right? I'm overwhelmed by that. But that's the science. That is all teachable. In fact, we teach all that science in KBB. Like once you teach it, that is like structure. That is operational. That is following the instructions. If you ever built a model car when you were a kid or put your Barbie house together with instructions, that's what that is. That's the science. That is, every one of those is pretty much, if you want to book an ad on Facebook, there is a process to do it. You go to the page, pick out the demographic. Who are you targeting? Targeting women, 35 to 50, that like this, that have these interests, like peanut butter and jelly, like to work out, like to read books. That is a science. That doesn't have to be overwhelming because that's teachable in a process. It's the art that I want to teach today. That's where everybody messes up. The art is when you build communication. That's when you have conversations with people. That's when people know, like, and trust you. They feel understood. It's like there's a sea of red shirts and you're the only one with a black shirt and they want to talk to you. How do you stand out in a way where I hope you can feel this is conversational. I hope you can feel my caring and my love and my appreciation and my desire to serve, right? How do you do that just with your most authentic self? That's what we're going to be talking about today. That's the part everybody misses. Everybody just goes on Facebook and shares their product. And I could scroll through a feed and go, they're not doing any business. They're not doing, nope. Oh, that person gets the art. You're going to get behind the curtain today of my art. I got you here, right? I've been blessed to have more success than I ever imagined possible, and I can do it with a full heart. How do you have that combo? You're getting it today. Okay, Jeremy, can you hear me?
Yes, Dean, I totally can hear you, and we have someone queued up for you.
Okay, let's just do it.
All right.
Wait. Who do we have, Jeremy?
All right, who we've got is Margarita. I'm just going to say F. I'm not even Figuero. Charlie.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And it's Margarita. Nice to meet you, Margarita. So tell me real quick, what do you do?
I am a life coach and a health coach.
Okay, so tell me, do you love helping people transform?
I love helping people transform. My passion, my life is when I know that I have caused someone to excel to the next level, when I see relationships flourish, when I see people's habits and behaviors changing and their life moving to the next level. That's my passion. I was a pharmacist for almost 30 years.
Okay, I love it. So I want to ask you something else. Tell me an example without using names of someone that you helped have a breakthrough. Like they needed you and you gave it. So tell me a quick story in under 2 minutes.
I have to tell you this, and I'm going to pick my ideal client. I'm not going to tell his name, but he knows he's my ideal client. I did a workshop, and after he called me and I asked him, why are you choosing now to do coaching? And he said, because when I heard what you have to offer, I knew that I needed this system, and I knew that if I continue on the path that I have been, I'll continue to be on diabetes medication. My weight will still be the same. I will just have an uncertain future. And guess what? We worked for 90 days, and my heart is beating so hard because I am so passionate about this that after 90 days, he went back to his doctor. His A1C is that protein that measures whether you are diabetic or not.
Yeah.
And his A1C was normal. 6 months after that, he gave the testimony at church. I'm a Christian, I'm a godly person, and I know God wants to use me for this purpose. And he gave his testimony that he was diabetic free and that he was so grateful and appreciated. First of all, to God, because put me on his path. And it's been 2 years. I just checked with him 2 months ago, and he's still diabetes free.
Well, listen, everyone, before we go any further, can we give it up for Margarita? Seriously, everyone, even if you're at home and we can't see you, seriously, give it up. Give it up in the chat for Margarita right now. Look at the chat blowing up, Margarita. Here's what I want to say to you. Okay. Do you see everybody right now? Do you see the passion in Margarita's face? Does she love changing lives? Does it light her up way more than being a pharmacist behind a desk with a white coat on, right? This is her life's passion. She lives on purpose. She's doing something meaningful. Simultaneously, Margarita, you don't like selling.
It freaks me out.
Okay, okay.
It panics me. Even though I like to say, oh no, I can go make an offer, and every time I make an offer, people say, I love what you are saying, but then they say, I can't afford it now.
Yeah, so, okay, you ready for this? Now, I want to share this. You saw the passion with Margarita when we talked about changing lives. We all have that. What she doesn't know how to do, what we're going to transform today, is how to shift that same passion into selling. Now, let me just tell you this, Margarita, is you love helping people. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Okay, you got someone to not be diabetic. You could have saved his life. Is that true?
And I did, yes.
Okay, does he have a higher quality of life?
Definitely.
Okay, so I want everybody to listen to this right now. You are actually, sorry, excuse my language. You are screwing people over right now because you're afraid to sell. There are other people out there with diabetes, with health issues, with problems in their life that need you, Margarita. They need your passion. They need your love. They need your support. And by you being afraid to market, by you standing back and saying, no, I don't like doing that, there are only two options they could have. Is they continue to be sick, unhealthy, or they go to someone else who doesn't care as much as you. You have to understand that the only way you can help more of that gem, the only way you can help make sure that someone doesn't get sick, goes down a wrong path, feels alone, feels sad, overweight, dies. The only way is you must market. Let the world know you're here. You have to ask them for the money, and then you have to serve them at the highest level possible. When you can take the same passion that you have for serving and realize the only way you get to serve is by marketing to them to get them to raise their hand, then your life changes forever, because then you have the ability to get people to say yes, collect their money, transform their lives, and they're going to recommend other people. So thank you, Margarita. Let's give it up for Margarita, everybody, for being here and sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are amazing. I am blessed to have you and Tony. And I have a confession to make, can I?
Yeah, we got to go quick.
I got your KBB course. And because I am so freaking out with the sale and the marketing, I haven't completed it yet.
It's okay. It's okay. It's what you're here today for. Okay. So let's move on. Thank you, Margarita, so much. Listen, guys, I want you to understand that you have something to offer the world. You have a marketing strategy. I mean, you have a service, an idea, a passion. Margarita was a pharmacist. She transformed into a life coach. Did you see her passion? Did you see her energy, her desire? The only thing holding her back is what we're going to break today, is that myth that selling is bad. That myth that you're maybe taking advantage of somebody. It's the complete opposite. What I'm going to teach you today is, you see how much she loves what she does? You have to love what you do so much that you realize you're actually doing a disservice to the world if you don't collect money from them. I know that might sound a little crazy, but just think about it. How many people right now need what Margarita has, need what you have? That they're going to start on day one with no guidance. They're going to follow and go down a path and try to learn through their own trial and error, may fail. Maybe they go through the divorce. They get the diabetes. They don't know how to market. They don't know how to be a manager, don't know how to do the art, speak the language, be a translator. All these different things, people are going to go lost unless you have the skills, the capability, and the desire to market. Does that make sense? Who in here feels a little different about selling already, and I haven't even started yet? Raise your hand or post in the comment right now. You feel a little better about selling already. I've done this in front of 10,000 people, got paid a gazillion dollars to do some of the training I'm doing right now. And I had an audience of 8,000 women, just like Margarita, in the industry, wanting to change lives. Most all of them raised their hand and said, I don't know about selling. I did that exact thing. I had a woman stand up. I did almost the same exact thing, except she helped moms after birth not going to postpartum. She started crying when I said, do you know how many moms are out there that need you, that without you marketing and letting them know that you have this service may have depression, may have postpartum, that the fourth trimester might just hurt them. They won't feel sexy for their husbands. They feel off. But with you, they could change your life. I mean, I watched her transformation. I watched her cry. She screamed, I'm going to market. I'm going to sell. I'm going to change more people's lives. That's the celebration we're going to do today. Why do you think, listen, Tony and I love what we do so much that we know, listen, if this, I'm just going to be transparent with you. If this is an industry you're ready to go in, if this is an industry you're in and you're ready to scale, if Tony doesn't, if we don't get you to roll in KBB so we can change your life, we did you a disservice. I don't feel like I'm selling you KBB. I feel like if I don't get you in, then I really screwed up. I didn't do my service to show you that, oh my God, if you're ready for this, don't try to figure it out on your own. Don't go to my competition. They're not Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. I'm not patting myself on the back, but we got 60 years in this. We dominate this space, right? And when you have that fire for what you do, nothing can stop you. All right, let's fire this chat up again. Who wants a signed book? Who wants the Underdog Advantage? 5 signed copies right now. If you post that you're ready, you're ready. Just post you're ready. Because listen, I know I said I'm in and all, but just that you're ready for this. You're ready to have the passion I have. And I don't care if you're an introvert. I was the biggest introvert in the world. When you love what you do, it changes everything. When you know for an absolute fact, listen, if I was selling for Margarita and I was on a stage for her, if I knew there was people in the audience that needed that kind of life coach, I could do it with this same passion, because with the life coach, their life changes. Without it, they struggle. With what you know, they get to go faster, quicker, easier, whether it's your knowledge or you're the reporter of someone else's knowledge. If you can allow them to go quicker, I could sell that with complete passion. Now, I'll be honest with you. If you were selling drugs to someone who had a problem, gambling to a gambling addict, I couldn't sell anything. I couldn't sell cigarettes. I couldn't sell anything that would hurt somebody. I can't even sell something that's okay or doesn't follow, like really dig people in. I don't have this for that. But when I know it's transformational, that's why today, the foundation of ethic, like I'm going to ask you, what I'm going to share with you today, I'm going to share with you a 3-step process that will change your life when it comes to selling. I'm going to ask you right now with, like, I'm not saying this is not a ploy. And by the way, we're going to pick 5 people. My book, my team will reach out to you. All these prizes, they'll reach out and get your address and send you this. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't love what you do, if you know it doesn't serve people at the highest level, I'm going to ask you to make sure that's the case before you use the selling strategy I'm about to share with you. Is that a deal? Can we get a deal on that? That you will only use this selling strategy for good, to impact the world, to help people? Yeah, give me deal below on both Facebook and the Zoom chat. I mean it. That's how powerful this is. I want you to think about this. This is the same training I shared and transformed the life of my dear friend, Trent Shelton. I don't know if you know Trent, amazing guy. Rachel Hollis. When I did this training for Rachel, she shifted the way she realized she was impacting lives. She needed to impact more people's lives. Rachel's amazing. I don't know if you know Rachel Hollis, incredible. I helped my dear friend, Jenna Kutcher. Jen is just the most amazing woman in the world. When I helped her with this, it shifted everything. And I want you to think about this. Our goal, okay? Our goal is to enter the conversations already going on in the mind of our prospect, okay? I didn't make that saying up. I heard it from somebody over a decade ago. We need to enter their conversations, right? What is their pain? What is their pleasure? What do they desire and dream of? What do they dream of right now compared to 2 months ago, now that we're in this COVID change in the world, right? What are their fears today compared to what their fears were 2 months ago? We need to live inside the mind of our prospect, right? Write that down. Write it in your own notes. Write it in the chat. Remember that. Like, it's not our problem. If we're serving people, we have to remember, what are the conversations they're having? What do they worry about? How do I help them in your niche or in your genre, right? We also have to, these are the two most, I think these are two most important statements I think I've ever heard that I've said to myself over and over. We need to let people feel understood, not just have them understand us. Listen, I don't know if you guys have been to a lot of events. I have. Okay, so let's get at it. Like I'm in flow. I know I can get intense sometimes guys, if I'm going too quick, let me know. But if you've been to a live event or even watched somebody online, and let me know if this ever happened to you. Did you ever watch somebody that you were impressed with? You loved the accomplishments they had, whether that's relationships or money, or they're a billionaire or a multimillionaire, or they did all these great things. You respect them and appreciate them, but you really didn't take any notes and you didn't feel impacted. Anybody ever have that? Right? You admire the person, they've done this, they built this, they bought this, they did this, and you're like, oh, that's cool, yay, and you get done. And then simultaneously, did you ever listen to somebody, watch a YouTube video, watch somebody online, watch somebody in person? You barely know their name, but they're 10 minutes in. Or maybe you do know their name, maybe they're but they're 10, 15 minutes in, and you got 10 pages of notes, and you're like, oh my God. And you're not only writing notes, you're already making decisions on shifts that you have to make because that person you feel understands you. You see, people will buy from you, learn from you, respect you when they feel understood, not when they understand you. The first person I talked about that you applauded and respected, they got up there and let you understand them. I'm this, I've done this, I've accomplished this, I've overcome this, I've done, yes, yes, yes. And you're like, yeah, I understand them. They did a lot. Then someone else comes up and just talks into your soul and you're like, oh man, is this girl sitting in my living room? Like, is she reading my texts? Like, how do they get where I'm at? You know that feeling? I hope I have a part of that. I hope when you see Tony, myself, the Boss Babes, didn't you feel, I hope, give me an honest answer, is over the last 3 or 4 days, this is the 4th day, right? Over the last 3 or 4 days, have you felt understood? Did Tony make you feel like, did Tony hit a sentence you're like, oh my God, he knows exactly what I'm feeling? Hopefully day 2, hopefully today with me. How about the Boss Babes? Was there ever a part when you're like, oh, that's me. She is me. Oh my God. I felt that way about school. I felt that way about my job. I felt that way about my family. Why do you think you took notes? Why do you think you're back here today? Because I hope we've entered conversations already going on in your mind. And I hope now that you're here, you feel understood. And if you can accomplish that, you don't have to be an articulate speaker with the perfect keynote. You don't have to have the perfect vocabulary. Oh my God, I got the worst vocabulary that exists on the planet. I don't have a vast vocabulary. I don't. I mean, I know it's like, I don't even try, right? All you have to be is the most authentic version of you. You have to love what you're providing so much that you feel bad if you don't offer it to people. Instead of, listen, I watch people on stage all the time. I just want to share this because I get, thank you for all the amazing comments. I see it and I appreciate it. I went through comments last night till like 1:30 in the morning. Thank you. If I can't see them now, I promise I'll see them. But I travel all over the world. I do events with Tony. I do events on my own. I get to go to some amazing stages and I get to see amazing speakers. Like you show up at an event, I'm going on at 2. I might go at 10 in the morning and I'll watch the speakers. And I'll watch somebody come on. Let's use Margarita, for example, because you guys got to see her. And let's say Margarita was 2 more years from now and she was invited to speak on, you know, the KBB stage to offer everybody in the audience the ability to get life coaching from Margarita, right? Here's what I watch. People who haven't learned this transition to love selling because they're loving what they do. I watch everything shift and it's in real time. It's in real time. So you get Margarita, she stands up and says, oh my God, I love changing people's lives. Like people who need this. Let me give an example of the guy that was on diabetes. He's cured, he's better. Here's his testimony. Watch it on the big screen. Here's another lady. She was going through a really tough time. We transitioned her. She's on fire. She looks amazing. She feels alive. Her connection with God is on a whole nother level. And she gives 4 or 5 presentations. And then she says, if you're looking and you're going through a hard time, I'd love to be the one to serve you. The audience would be engaged. You could feel her emotion. She's lighting it up. And this is what I watch people do. And then let's say we told Margarita, we want you to sell your coaching at $500 an hour when you're done. And you can keep all the money. Here's what would happen if Margarita was in this state. And Margarita, you're listening, you know I'm right. Talk about the people, talk about her testimony. She's talking about her relationship with God. She's on fire. She's feeling it. And then all of a sudden she's got to go to the sale and she goes, oh, and you know, if you want to if you want to, I don't really love selling, but if you would love to, get my coaching, we have, I'd love to coach you, go to the back of the room or click the link. And no one would do it. Because if you're not confident in what you're offering, if you don't believe in it, why the hell would they believe in it? Margarita, do you know why people tell you they don't have the money? Because you don't have the confidence to ask them with authority. You don't have the same energy to teach them as you do to ask for the money. When it's all the same, you don't get to change their life unless you ask for the money with the same confidence, with the same authority, with the same passion. And as hard as that seems, it's not about doing some slick sales strategy. That's the part I want to get out of your head. It's about wanting to serve at the highest level. When I go out on stage, I used to be scared. I used to get cottonmouthed years ago, almost a decade ago. Honestly, Tony took me to a whole nother level. Tony said, you're not here to sell today, brother. You're here that audience needs you. They need you more than ever. You're here to serve and give the most you can to them. And you can serve them greatly today, but you could surely serve them on a whole nother level if they get involved in one of your next level programs. You can give a lot for free, but imagine if they're a part of it. Brother, you're here to transform lives. Don't you think about sales. Don't you think about if people are offended. Love them through it. And it shifted everything. I don't go out on stage anymore thinking, oh my God, I got to sell or I got to do this. I go out on stage. God put me on this earth to impact lives. I'm going out to impact some lives. And when I do that, I go fierce. When I watch people, they will physically back up on a stage. Now I'm using a stage as an example because it's right in front of your face, right? It happens in real time. But I've watched people go out on the stage, on fire, like I'm talking about with Margarita, on the edge of the stage, ready to leap in and crowd surf. And then all of a sudden they get to the sale, they back up 10 steps and they're at the back of the stage, apologizing. We got to change that. Listen, if you're here, you want to transition. You want to reinvent yourself, start fresh, start new, start over. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not going to happen by accident, but is it worth it? You heard what Tony said day one. Absolutely. Because you're still going to go back to a life. You're still going to have to work. You're still going to have obstacles. You're still going to have fear. You're still going to have disappointments. But do you want to have those where you're building and planting seeds that can grow a massive oak tree? Or do you want to go back to something that you're going to deal with that anyway, but you know the outcome? If you keep doing what you're doing today, in 5 years, you're going to have what you have today. That's just the way it is. So if this is a little uncomfortable, congratulations. You're still here ready for a next level. All right, you guys ready for the 3 steps that will change your life? And then what I'm going to do today is going to give you a live example and pull back the curtain and literally show you how this looks in real time. Okay, I'm having some fun today. You guys.
What'd you think of that?
I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for the 3 steps.
Yeah, you can't stop it now.
Are you kidding me? I'm the whole way through. I'm like, come on. Hey, good point.
Let me just say this. What we've done so far is really powerful stuff from him, if you really paid attention, because it does relate to what we do. And I will tell you that 99% of us in GIA are exactly what he's describing. Exactly. It's probably why we have the test drive program, because so many of us are afraid to ask for the money, to be able to tell someone that we're passionate about what we do. We believe in what we do. We have all these examples and we're going to help you, but it's going to cost you some money. And we'll sell it to you at wholesale. Don't worry. In fact, I'll pay you a little bit.
But we're going to change your life.
So did you find that interesting though, how he showed Margarita, and she is us. She's us. And it just really hit me this morning. So what I'm going to do, I want to talk about this a little bit, but then on Monday we'll come back and I'll go forward and show you the steps. And if you already have this, maybe you'll go in and look for it, but we'll show it on Monday. He talked a little bit about it on the program. So what kind of notes did you take? What did you think about this? Anything? Sue, I thought about you, Sue. I really did. I think you're at that place now where your passion is so high, the belief in what you're doing for people, for other people, is so high that you have crossed over this last couple of months. This is my feeling anyway. I'm just watching you, and I think it's going to really show. And I think what happened for Sue is she created a huge goal for herself for this year, and that's to create 3 presidential directors by the end of the year. And I think also to walk across the stage or beyond the stage with the other millionaires in 2022 is part of it too. And then because of that, she's doing things that she didn't do before. But what I wanted to come from this is that I know that we all believe that these products change people's lives. We all do. And we all see that every single day. And the people, if we're out there talking to people and they're using our products, we're seeing it every single day. I get a chance to see it every single day with the people that I play pickleball with. 2 guys today, there's 3 of us on the court, 2 of them have pendants, they have their sleeves, and they are playing so much better because of it. They're feeling better because they're going home and they're not hurting as much. They're getting up in the morning and doing things that they would not be able to do without these products. And they will tell you that, just like all the people that we've helped will tell you how it's helped them. I know that the person that I read this message from, that was my Chris's daughter's husband. Now they've known about Gia since Moby Dick was a little tiny minnow, right? Little tiny guy. They've known about it for that long. And the wife, she uses the product. She's got a pendant and she has the I Thrive and she takes all that stuff, but not so much with Garth. And so this program came up and I felt confident enough to say, look, here's what we're doing. I'm sending it. Try it out. These are the people that took weeks to open it up. To even look at the video, it took weeks. Until I said, I can't wait for you guys, Garth, to feel years younger. They watched the video that day. They put the pendant on after that, and this is the result. I know he'll wear that pendant forever. I know it's going to transform his life. It transformed her life. And that's the kind of confidence that I would like to have every single moment of every single day, just like what he's talking about. But I have the same issues as everybody else, asking for the money. And
I think John as well. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I thought you were done. Go on, continue.
No.
Oh, wise one, please, I request.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
All righty. So when it came to Garth, when I was listening to your story, pardon?
I was probably rambling anyway, so go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. My turn to ramble. Just kidding. I think you entered the conversation already going on in their minds when you said about looking younger. So that's exactly one of the points that Dean made. And the whole time while listening to this with Dean today, I don't know if the rest of you were doing this, as he kept teasing us with the 3 points. Did anyone kind of try to guess what those 3 points would be at all? Nods of a head? Anybody try to guess or think they were? No? Okay, well, you're just gonna get there. Well, the whole time I'm expecting the first point to be, you are worthy. I don't know what they're going to be on Monday. We're going to hear them there. But that was the other thing, not just the things you mentioned about me, John. Yes, I'm on fire. It's going like crazy. But I had the mind shift. I'm worthy. I know I'm important. And I know what we offer. Now, we all spend money on these Gia products, right? And we would spend our last dollar to put the I Thrive down our necks, to take the edge, to what happens when we lose our pendants? We buy a new one. It's the first thing we reach for, right? We know what this does. We have that belief. It is such a disservice, another point that he made, not to expect other people.
Exactly.
Do they expect it for free? Do you walk into Costco's and say, oh my God, that TV, it's only 38 inches, but I think I want it, not the 54 one. Are they expecting to walk out with it free? No. They don't walk into the health food store and want to walk away with, the Himalayan salt as opposed to the wrong salt, etc. People are expecting to pay. And our job is to show that value. And that Gia Freedom, John, I got to toot your horn again. That is my go-to. It has served me so well these last little while. So yay. But I think what also I did is I watched that 27-minute video. And you asked those 4 points. Do you have belief in the company? Do you have belief in the products? Do you have belief in the industry? Yep. Do you have belief in yourself? I do. Did you see the Scooby-Doo?
if can I, are you, I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, I'm never done, honey. Jump in.
So, one one of the things that came up in that Eric Worre program is, with all the different categories of what he was teaching, the first one was invest in yourself. And I took that to heart, and I won't get into the details, but doing some work on just that stuff. And it's been great. And I probably wouldn't have done it if he didn't say, this is the first thing to do. Because I'm going, I'll do that later, But yeah, I mean, however that works for anybody,
Mhm. I agree.
Excellent.
That's what I've been doing every morning. This is my 4th day on this one, and I probably have a year's worth of stuff now that I could invest in myself, and it's changing me. This just watching this today made me realize what we do, and I don't know why we do it. Why are we not so passionate that we're just telling the world about what we do and saying, yeah, here it is. We're going to help you because it's going to change your life. Just like I did when I called my stepdaughter. I said, I really want Garth to check this out because I know he's stressed out, and we're all stressed out because of the situation. And he's got to be. I mean, he's going to Costco every day, dealing with what's going on right now, and going to work every day, coming home. She's working from home, and he has stress. So I know that, and plus looking younger, feeling younger. That was like the secondary thing, but I know with certainty when someone wears the pendant, whether they feel it or not, that's what it does. There's no question about it, because I've had all those results. I know with certainty when someone wears these sleeves, I mean, Chris and I are having miracles with these sleeves, the way we use them all the time, every single day. We use these sleeves. Amazing stuff is happening. And I know everybody out there has owies, and they're suffering through it every day. So why am I not passionately telling someone, this is what it's about, this is how it can help you, and this is what it costs? And of course, he'll tell us more about how to do that when we see the 3 steps. But that's the question I have for all of us. Why are we not doing that? And that's it. I don't have the answer, except that we're just not salespeople, and we don't have this kind of training that we're getting today. But when I saw this morning, I mean, it changed me. It really did. What do you think, Karen? She left.
Oops, wrong button.
I loved it. I was just like, Sue, I'm like, how come he's stopping it like right now? So can't wait for Monday, but already, like you said, just the fact that we're doing a disservice. So we're out there trying to change people's lives, trying to do what's best for them, and yet we're not doing that because we're holding back on, we have this great package, a great way to join us at this much money, and we're not saying that. There's that.
It's true. It's true. Susan.
Your video back, Karen.
Did he say to Margarita, you are doing people a disservice? Or he said something like that, really?
I think he actually used a bad word. Actually, I don't know if I wrote it down. But yes, he did say that. What did he say?
People over.
You're doing people a disservice.
You're screwing people over if you're not telling them about what you have to offer them. You're screwing them over is what he said. And that's how I feel about what we do.
And in the morning, prior to Margarita even coming on, he said, you are doing a disservice to the world if you don't sell to them.
Yeah.
Screwing them over is really pretty harsh.
But it's true. But it is harsh.
I was in a seminar a long time ago with Landmark Education, the forum, and the leader there said he accused people of being selfish if they didn't do the thing, being selfish. And nobody wanted to hear that, but I think everybody got it, that if they kept this information to themselves because it seemed like they were being pushy or whatever, they got that thought that they might be being pushy. If they did it, they were being selfish, because then the other people wouldn't get to do what we were getting to do. And he said, I really love when he said, I'm going to serve you at the highest level possible. So the people who are really making this in this business are serving people at the highest level, not just with these amazing products, but with opening our mouths.
I love it.
One of the things I was writing at the end there, he said something about what you provide them, the value is so strong, you believe it's so strong that you're not afraid to say to them how much it costs. And here we are with, not only do we have a great package with this breakthrough package that has a free cell guard in it, and we all believe that that's going to help people. Now it has Linda's program in it, or her book in it, and then the value of it's crazy good. And on top of that, we're letting them try it out first, right? And while they're trying it out, I think sometimes we're probably holding back on telling them the benefits of it, because I think what it is we're fearful it isn't going to work for them because it doesn't do the same thing for everybody. But I believe that people, when they use it, even if they don't feel it, it's going to be a benefit for them. And I know I can be strong enough to show them through testimonials and other stories or my own, to make it valuable, that once it's over, to help them to purchase it because it's going to help them, and even show them other things that we have along the way without any fear or any trepidation in doing that. That's what we need to do. And then Sue, right now what I see Sue is she believes in the business so much that she can help people go from where they are, which is pretty bleak sometimes, to where they want to go. She believes that. And she can tell them that. She can tell them without thinking, hey, they're going to have to do the work. You know, are they really going to do it? No, she knows when she finds someone that's willing to do it, she can do it. And she'll give it everything she has. And when you think that, you pick up the phone and you make the phone call.
Yeah.
To let people know you can benefit their life, really. So if you guys want to, I would be willing to come back tomorrow at 11 and watch the rest of it. If you don't want to wait till Monday. It's up to you guys.
11 is 2. I'm available. I'll probably be doing 3 ways with Manny,
It's up to you
or
guys.
hopefully Lewis as well. We'll make it happen if we need to.
Would you rather do it Monday?
I can't
I can make it work.
tomorrow. I have 2 grandkids' birthday party.
Okay, maybe you should go to
Yeah,
on Zoom.
I can't do tomorrow, but if you do it, I'll watch the recording.
Maybe Monday then.
So we'll do Monday.
It is close out the month, so
So finally, if you did do the Tony's thing, get in your back office or find out how to get to it, because there's a lot of great info here that if you're really into learning and really grabbing all of this stuff, there's so much there that I will be sharing as we go along, but you have a lot of it if you were at Tony's, I'm not Tony's, but Eric Worre's thing. So during the weekend, exposures, we're going into February now. We have a lot of numbers. Let's make this happen. Get passionate about it. Let's do it. All right?
let's not be selfish.
There you go.
All right? And I mean that. Think about it. You'd pay anything for this stuff.
All righty. See you guys.
Here, see you.